For an entire week, I streamed to hundreds of people. Okay, mostly just my mod Amit, as I took on the dumbest challenge I've ever attempted, beating all 58 versus minigames in Mario Party Jamboree, completely blindfolded. Oh, and did I mention? It was my first time ever playing it. Did I break the game before the game broke me? Well, there's only one way to find out. Day 1 of the challenge was finally here, and without any plans or preparations, the timer started, and I was quickly forced to make a choice. What minigame should I start off with? I did have some knowledge on the minigames from watching some videos, so the plan for day 1 was pretty simple. Start with the easier minigames and work my way up to the hardest ones. After glancing over them for a minute, the obvious choice was a minigame that needed no side to win. Domination. In this one, all you have to do is mash A as fast as possible and try to beat the CPU. And yes, I am competing against easy CPUs, but come on, I'm playing blindfolded on top of never have played it before. Like, give me a break. As for the results... Oh, I screwed up. Crap. I can see the timer. Are we done? Oh, I think we're done. I'm not allowed to take off the blindfold, until the results are over. So I won't know if we won or not. I think so. The first step into completing this challenge was done, and things would only get harder from here on out. Okay, not that much harder, since next up we had Platform Peril, and it was a coin minigame. The good thing about this kind of minigame is the fact that you only need to get the most coins than not actually win the game. With that in mind, how could this possibly go wrong? Okay. Did I fall? No. Oh, I fell. I'm still alive. No, I heard Daisy. Did I get any coin? Did I get any coins at all? No. Damn it. No. What? Nope. Okay, we'll come back to this one later, once I actually have a strategy. But for now, we need something a lot easier. Something like Robo Arm Wrestle. A minigame where you just... Nintendo? This game is supposed to be for kids, right? Anyway, all I had to do was hold the ZL button and shake the Joy-Con like a maniac. Am I doing good? Did I win? Yay! Let's go! Did you guys catch that? Yeah, Peach won that all by herself. Even though I was doing the Joy-Con motion, I completely forgot to hold the ZL button and didn't help Peach at all. Good job, Dragon. Luigi would be very proud. Speaking of weird Joy-Con movements, I decided to try Tiny Triathlon next. A minigame that uses nothing but that. Like seriously, how am I supposed to do this movement? Regardless, we had to complete 3 weird mini races to reach the finish line, and I was actually not super confident about this one. Okay. Go. Come on. Come on, Daisy. Am I jumping already? I am jumping. No. Come on, Daisy. Am I waiting? Daisy, stop bumping into the barriers. Did I do it? Okay, what is going on? What the heck? Wow, 24 seconds. Damn. Yeah, this minigame was the first instance on how much the vibration and sound will be important to win some minigames. Next up was Pickaxe Dash, another Joy-Con movement minigame with the exact same controls as the Robo Arm Wrestle one. I did it! It stopped vibrating! Yeah, I did remember to hold ZL this time for a quick win. After that one-sided minigame, I decided to go to a bit of a colder arena and on to Sledge to the Edge. This minigame was a complete joke. All you have to do to win is to release the reins that be the closest one to the edge without actually going straight into the water. So the strategy was really simple. Be the last one to release. Yeah, if the last CPU releases it really late and I release after them, I would probably go straight into the water. But that was not the case. Hopefully that wasn't too much. No splash, please. Was there any splash? I think I won. Did I? Yes! Let's go! I was like, did I win? And that was 5 minigames completed on the first try in less than half an hour. We don't count Platform Peril. I was super excited to see how many more I could beat before the stream ended for the day. I decided to take a break from the free-for-all minigames and went for Arch Rivals, our first 1v3 minigame. I was certain that these ones were going to be the easiest ones of the entire challenge, since not only can we play on the team of 3 and have our teammates do most of the work, but as long as one of us survives, the whole group will get the win. However, that wasn't going to be as easy, because in this specific one, all the opponent has to do is shoot arrows and score 100 points within 30 seconds. She just keeps missing. Okay, she got me. Missed. Oh, we got this. We got this. Oh, she got me again. Did she win? So much for 1v3 minigames being easy. I barely won this one. Well, at least I was still having a pretty easy time with the minigames, until I decided to try Snag the Flags next. A minigame that is purely and utterly just visual cues. Not a single audio or vibration cue whatsoever, other than when you collect a flag. I'm sure you can guess how it went. Oh, I definitely lost that one. Yeah, I got 9! 9! Against 22? Jesus Christ! How is this on easy? I can only imagine what master difficulty looks like. I didn't waste too much time in here, because just like Platform Peril, a strategy was absolutely needed. Moving on to easier minigames, Night Likes looked like the perfect minigame after the last fiasco collecting the flags, and just as weird as every other Joy-Con movement minigame. We just needed to turn the wheel as hard as possible to light up the castle lights. And so... New record! Was it me? Oh my god, I destroyed my arm. Holy crap. Yeah, easy dub indeed. Holy, I destroyed my arm, bro. Oh! My arm! This is when I realized that this challenge was going to be not only mentally difficult, but also physically painful. Thanks, Nintendo. Don't worry, future me is doing just fine. Mostly. The minigames were still super easy, and I was about to go back to 1v3, but this time I would play as the single player as we moved on to on again, off again. This minigame was very simple. Dodge the rolls, while trying to trick the opponents into getting hit by them. Or at least that's the idea. But this minigame is so unbalanced that even if you mash the jump button, or just don't do anything at all, you will almost always win before the time runs out. This win was so easy, I was starting to think the CPUs were the one blindfolded. But that thought was quickly gone once I started up the next minigame, Hammer It Home. Pretty simple concept. Your hammer charges power automatically, and your job is to hit the nails with the right amount of force faster than anyone else. Even though different nails require different amounts of power, I figured if I always charged my hammer to the max power, I would always get the job done. Plus, I could hear the sound of my hammer charging up. Well, along with everyone else's. The problem with that strategy, it wastes a lot of time. Did I do it? I think I did it. Yeah, let's go! What the heck is going on with Bowser Jr., man? After messing up the final nail, I barely won the minigame. I'm glad the CPUs are taking it easy. Blaming it on the crane was our next stop, and honestly, it couldn't be any easier. On the team of 3, as long as one of your teammates survive, you're good to go. And the CPU is kinda bad at using the crane. I'm still alive. I don't think she got anyone yet. Oh, she got someone. Okay, Bowser Jr. just sucks. Even if my movement wasn't the best, I was still able to easily beat this minigame thanks to the horrible CPU. You guys seeing a pattern here? After reaching the 10 minigame milestone, I wanted to up the difficulty a bit by trying to beat Sandwiched. Just as the name implies, you're trying to make a sandwich as fast as possible. Oh, wait, wrong game, sorry. In this one, you need to avoid being sandwiched by the falling sandwiches and be the last one standing. Sound cues, 0. Vibration cues, also 0. Luck, 100% required. Did I die? Oh, I died already. Whoops, that wasn't the best start. I'm just going in circles, apparently. Did I win? Oh, I got second, didn't I? Has anyone died at all? What? I think I won! Yes! Oh my god! There were so many close calls, but we finally beat this crazy minigame. Man, now I'm hungry. Hot Cross Blocks was our next minigame of choice, and a pretty easy one. Not because the game itself is easy, but because having a blindfold on doesn't change the thing about how the game is played. The 4 players need to make across a pool of lava by choosing between 4 different sets of blocks. Problem is, if someone chooses the same blocks as you, none of you get to place the blocks and you need to try again next turn. Obviously, being the luck-based minigame that it is, and since I'm not the luckiest guy around, I knew I was going to get stuck here for a while. Please tell me I won. Wait, what? 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 There is no way! There is no way I won that! Well, I guess even I get lucky sometimes. Good to know. And another minigame was conquered. We were closing in on the hour mark of the challenge, and I thought it would be fun to challenge myself on Light Wave Battle. A simple ground pound minigame where you try to outlast your opponents by shocking them while avoiding their own attacks. This was the first minigame I was actually a bit worried because it's easy to get caught into a combo and lose all 3 lives pretty much immediately. But for some reason, that was just not the case. There's no way I won. What am I'm trying to create, like, entertaining content here, and what is going on? Turned out, I just had to spam ground pound in order to win. That was so unexpected, and I was completely ecstatic. So much that I went straight into another 1v3 minigame called Defuse or Lose. Thankfully, we have done nothing but win since we got here. Anyway, all I had to do was let Peach take care of most of the defusing, while I focused on walking around, you know, mostly getting in her way and slowing her down. Close to where the line is, or the thing is. Probably. That was quick. What the heck happened? We won, that's what happened. Regardless of my ineptitude to do anything in this minigame, we still took an easy W, just as we hit the 1 hour mark. I was able to beat 14 whole minigames blindfolded during that time. That means I would be done with this challenge in about 4 hours, right? Right? Spoiler, I could not have been more wrong. But for now, I was still cruising through easy wins. I decided to go for a more chill minigame. And what better way to do it than with Income Stream? Another 1v3 minigame. I really thought I would have a hard time staying on the actual river while collecting coins, but that wasn't the case. Please. Did I fall already? I'm not feeling anything on the Joy-Con. Why am I not feeling anything on the Joy-Con? I'm pretty sure you come back if you fall. Do I just keep falling?
No!
What is going... I'm confused to what's happening. I am so confused, bro. What the heck is going... What is going on? Yeah, it's hard when you can't see anything and the Joy-Con keeps vibrating, but in the end, the result was the same as usual. Another blindfolded win. Continuing with the 1v3 minigames, Cage Catch was next. A minigame where you need to catch the opponent in the water by combining the directional inputs and working together as a team. Or in my case, you can be stupid and decide to be the one avoiding getting caught by the cage. Problem is that I won't know if I got to the edge of the pool. Wow! Yeah, I should have just taken the easy win. Was that? Really? Really? Are you serious? That's all I had to do. Lesson learned. I'm sticking with the team of 3 from now on. For this next one, Snow Brawl, I'll just let the footage speak for itself. If I hit a single one, I think I did. I mean, maybe it was a monkey. Oh my god, I'm hitting everyone. Did I hit everyone? Did I really, literally hit everyone? Yeah, not only did I hit 3 out of the 5 targets by myself, I almost hit Peach on my very first throw. This is gamer tier right here. And I don't even have snow where I live. I guess I finally got to do something on the 1v3 minigame and not be the one dragging everyone else down. We are 17 minigames in, and I'm sure you guys are still waiting for that moment where I start to lose my mind because the minigames start getting impossible. Well, you don't have to wait anymore, because even though the next minigame is another 1v3, it was not going to be as easy as the other ones. Don't let the name fool ya. Squeaky Shakedown was the first real bump on the road. Even though on paper the concept is simple, the execution and the lack of cues made this miserable. The team of 3 starts off with 21 coins, and the single player has to go around the map hitting them to take some coins back, and by the end, whoever has the most coins win. Apparently, I didn't learn my lesson. I'm not hitting anyone at all, am I? Unlike all the other times, switching teams didn't help as much as I thought it would. I would often get caught by the CPU and get comboed and lost way too many coins. My teammates were also not the brightest bunch. I did end up losing by a coin a couple of times, which was ridiculous, but I was about to flip that after 7 minutes of attempts. Stop getting hit! We won! I didn't even believe it! Are you serious? 7 minutes may not feel like long, but when you can see what you're doing or even if you're making progress, it's not a fun time. But hey, at least I got humbled a bit after thinking I would be done in no time, and I was expecting the next sim to be as hard. Although, that didn't exactly happen. Shuttle Scuttle is one of those minigames that you need to move while avoiding being zapped by the electric current, and for some reason the CPU didn't get that memo. Someone got hit. Oh. Why is everyone dying? Oh, I only got hit now? We're doing good. Oh, I lost because I got hit. I felt it. But I felt the rumbling. Why did the CPUs keep running into the current? I don't know, but after that last minigame, I'll gladly take an easy win. Also, I guess we're kinda deep into the video, and I just realized that I actually never mentioned why we're playing as Daisy. Well, first off, because my mod has an obsession with her and made me do it, but also because I wanted to see which one of the princesses was the best. And what better way to decide that than a slapping duel? Okay, that sounded much better in my head. Duels are essentially 1v1 minigames that don't really require much skill other than mash buttons. Don't believe me? I'm literally just smashing A. I literally just smashed A. That's literally all I did. I just smashed A the entire time. That victory felt good, but not because it was minigame number 20, but because we asserted our dominance as the best princess. This is for all the years I have lost to you in Mario Party, Peach. At this point, and after how horrible Squeaky Shakedown went, you would think I learned my lesson with not only 1v3, but also with running around hitting players, right? Yeah, even though in Bruiser Bash you only need to hit them once to win, without any sort of cues, it's just a no-go, and I didn't waste too much time before swapping to the other team for an easy win. Well, I died. Whoops! Oh, we got it. We got it, for sure. Yeah, I did die in the first 7 seconds, but hey, that's what teammates are for. Remember how easy the last duel was? Somehow, all the marbles was even easier. I think if I press down, I win. Just saying. That's my strat for this game. I don't know if it's like 90 degrees down, but it's down now. It's down nonetheless. Can't speak today. I don't know if I'm winning, but let's see. That was quick. Did I win? That was way too quick. Look, I'm trying to make this challenge look hard, and trust me, it does get insane. But how am I supposed to make it interesting like this? I really just hope the next duel at least gets a bit tougher. Let's try this. I'm just gonna hold up. And we'll see what happens. Ouch, 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 ouch. Oh, it's not working. Okay, never mind, I got through. Okay, damn. Okay, finally got hit. Damn, I'm doing way better than I thought. Did I win easy? I think so. Oh, maybe not. Oh, there's speech. Oh my god, I was just one set of things away. Holy crap. Fuzzy heights? More like boring heights. Like, come on, what's next? Win by doing absolutely nothing? I mean, I can see the result. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, Peach is gonna get more than me. Oh, I think I won. Oh, does that count as down? Yeah, it does. We won. Okay. It was a joke game. A joke. I kinda wish things were a bit on the harder side, but worry not. I will regret that in the near future. Fast fishing is exactly what it sounds like. A reaction minigame where you just need to fish faster than your opponent. I was worried the bobber queue would be visual only, but turns out I've still got the reflexes of a 20-year-old. Think we got it. Nice! The sound cue made this a joke, and also made me realize I could be a fisherman in real life if this whole content creation thing doesn't work out. Maybe? Who knows? Now this is where things were supposed to take a turn for the worst. Get it? Because it's called Tricky Turntable? No? Okay. Even though it's a 2v2 minigame, most of the time your own teammates do more harm than good. The pedestal turns itself based on how many players step on the buttons, so if only one player step on them, the pedestal will only turn once. The thing is, because players move around until the last second, it's kinda hard to predict how to exactly avoid bombs and collect coins, meaning that it is mostly the same as playing blindfolded or not. What did that mean for me? I think I'm in. I'll stay in. We destroyed them! 12-4? You got destroyed. You got freaking wrecked, man. Well, I think I've had more luck on this challenge than in any shiny hunt I've ever done. But I'll take it. Another minigame complete. I hope you like Cowboys and Joy-Cons because this next one combines both. Coin Corral is yet another 2v2 minigame where you and your teammate throw their lasso to grab chests and collect coins. Big ones require both lassos in order to be opened, and I was completely horrified because how was I supposed to win this with no cues whatsoever except when your lasso grabs the chest? It was crazy. The moment I got into the rhythm, it was just a matter of time until we completely destroyed the opposing team. Looking back at the whole footage, I now know that the reason we won was not exactly because we were so great, but because the other team sucked so much. We still did good though. Pogo Pandemonium was another easy win for the books, where you need to cover the... oh, wait, that's my childhood game, my bad. Also, thanks Amit. Stamp out is as easy as it looks. Stamp as much of your color as possible on the paper and try to have the biggest area covered by the end of it. It couldn't be easier. Come on. Now we're done. Did we win? Oh my god, we destroyed them. You guys suck. Another blindfolded minigame conquered, and we were now 1 away from being halfway done. In less than 2 hours. And I wanted to try something I knew for sure was going to be a little bit harder. And what is that? Okay, maybe that was a bit too hard to try out at this point, so after 10 minutes, I decided to call it quits and go for a different 2v2 minigame, but one a little bit simpler. Jump the gun. In this one of the players fired bullet bills to create a path while the other jumps from platform to platform. Guess which one I chose? Yeah, there's no way I would ever be able to jump 10 consecutive times and beat the other team, so we finally had a minigame with a bit of strategy. Well, sort of. I just created platforms every 3 spaces and was able to easily beat our opponents on my very first try. And with that, we have reached the halfway point of the minigames in under 2 hours. I was super pumped to continue since I still had 1 more hour left on the stream. And so, the challenge continued. And this time, no more fake outs. Things really were about to get more serious as we moved on to matchmakers. And this time, not even my teammate could save me. I'm sure everyone has played or knows how to play this game in real life, but this time, instead of having multiple pairs, there's only 1 pair of cards in 4 different sets, making this a very tough minigame to win blindfolded. Luckily for me, there was some rumbling when I was close to a card, but that didn't exactly help out immensely, since most of the times, I just kept choosing the same card over and over again. It was so painful to watch back. There was still hope, because once the CPU understands which 2 cards are identical, it holds on to one of them pretty much until you finally find its match. But honestly, it's just better to show you what happened after just 6 minutes and a couple of tries. We got it. Sweet. Next. Where the heck are the cards? Did we get first try? We totally did. Oh my god. Oh my god, we're in the last room. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You need to be lucky. We got another one. I think they're the last room as well. Come on. You swing in circles, I feel.
Did we do it? Let's go! Woohoo! To this day, I'm still perplexed we got the win. Especially after seeing the footage while editing, because I fumbled so much and picked the same card so many times, but we finally beat the hardest minigame yet. I mean, not counting the ones we were unable to beat, but who's counting? 30 minigames done at the 2-hour mark. And what better way to continue this hype than go with another hard one? Shadow play is pretty much the same idea as the previous minigame, but instead of cards, we need to match the picture shown on screen with a combination of shapes. Even though we don't need to move around and it's easier in that sense, choosing the correct shape and doing it faster than the opposing team, it's easier said than done. And doing it 3 times, almost impossible.
Round 1. Round 2.
Oh my god, nice!
Round 3.
We got it! Oh my god, we need one more.
Final round.
Oh, final round. Okay. We got it!
Finish.
We got it! Woohoo! Let's go! I don't know how I got it, man. I mean, it was like trial and error, obviously. But holy crap. That was crazy. Getting so lucky after just 4 attempts. Also, seeing this footage makes me realize that Peach just always got it right the first time, no matter how much I sucked. Well, thanks, Peach. I guess I was previously trying to find out what the best princess was, but I've been playing with Peach for so long, I think I'm growing fond of her. Speaking of Peach, Once we jump back to the kitchen on Prime Cut, the minigame where you need to slice steaks as perfectly even as possible, I just let her do most of the work while barely moving around. And it totally paid off. Okay. Let's see it. Let's see how our steaks are. We destroyed them. Beautiful. Oh, we destroyed them again. 50-50! Oh my god, we got two 50-50s. Bro, I should play Mario Party blindfolded more often. I doubt I will ever do this good again, like ever. But this has gone back to being way too easy again, don't you think? So before we continue, I want to know, how many games you think I'll be able to beat by the end of the last stream? Let me know in the comments, and while you're there, don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep up with my dumb challenges, because they do get worse. Anyway, back to the video. There weren't that many more 2v2 minigames left, so I decided I just wanted to continue the trend of easy team minigames, and Dory Paddle, whatever, was another, interesting Joy-Con motion minigame. But at this point, I was a pro at this sort of games. I'm gonna slow down sometimes, because we may get stuck. I don't know if winning this makes me good at the game or makes me weird by being good at these controls. Anyway, a win's a win. Moving on. At this point, I was surprised at how many easy minigames there were still remaining, and Pick and Produce doesn't even deserve more than this sentence of acknowledgement.
Go!
Are we getting destroyed? Did we get destroyed? Oh no, never mind, we didn't get destroyed, we won. Winning by doing absolutely nothing? Well, almost impossible to avoid, but I had to at least move around to keep some of my dignity. I was just determined to finish off the remaining 2v2 minigames, since the hardest games were the single player ones, and there was only one left. Oh, okay, there's technically two, but we're saving that one for later. For now, we were set on beating Rocky Rope Race, a pretty strategic minigame, believe it or not. The idea is to go from bar to bar while taking turns swinging, and while this looks absolutely insane to pull off blindfolded, the Joy-Con's cues in this one makes this somewhat of a breeze. Okay, maybe not a breeze, but it was for sure just a matter of time for me to get good at this. The main issue is that you can only let go of your own grip once your teammate is already holding on to the next bar. There is a sound cue for that, but the problem was being too slow, since I was just waiting for the sound and vibration cues in order to proceed. But once I started to take more risks, well... No, I was doing so good. Okay, we still got it. No, I missed it. There we go. Damn, if I don't get on the first go. Oh no. I screwed that up so wildly. Oh, we won! Oh. Let's go. Okay. That was nerve-wracking. Holy crap. And with that, all the 2v2 minigames that I care about were finally done. It felt great to beat a full set of minigames, so I decided to beat the rest of the 1v3 until the stream was over. Starting with a really hard one. Just kidding, it's just a luck-based minigame. Seriously, how many of these are there? Lost and Pound is exactly what it sounds like. The solo player hides in one of 4 holes, while the other players get one chance to hit them. As long as the solo player survives with 1 health by the end of the 3 rounds, the victory is theirs. And that's exactly what happened on my first attempt as a solo player. The game changes nothing on the outcome, which is kind of funny. I just realized. I'll keep the blindfold on, but yeah, that's kind of funny. They all missed? I didn't feel any rumbling. I don't think I felt any vibration. I'm pretty sure I still have 3 hearts. Yeah? We won. Do I have 3 hearts? No, I had 2. Oh, okay. 1 hit after 9 swings. Either I'm a ninja or these CPUs are legally blind. Oh wait, that's me. Bro, how lucky am I gonna get in this video? Like seriously. Also, I guess I never mentioned, but most of the 1v3 minigames are so unbalanced that you will easily win when you are the solo player. And Unfriendly Flying Object is a great example of this. Even when you miss your opponents when dropping the spike platforms, which is already hard as it is, you have plenty of time to get them without too much effort, even blindfolded. I killed someone. I think it was it Yoshi? I killed another one. I think that was Peach last. Wow, that was easy, bro. That was easy. You guys suck. Yeah, Peach just stayed there waiting for her doom. I guess all this time playing on my team either made her soft or she still thought we were on the same team. Sorry, Peach. With only 30 minutes left on stream, Cookie Cutter seemed like the next quick and easy win for me. Why was it me like 90% of the time? She destroyed us. Oh my god, she destroyed us. Yeah, maybe it was not a good choice to go for this one after all, since after losing to it over and over, it was time to end the stream. Looking back, day 1 was incredibly productive, since we beat 37 out of the 58 minigames. However, I knew that the worst part was yet to come. Day 2 was finally upon us, but it was going to be completely different from the previous day. On one hand, I had the hardest minigame still left to beat, but on the other hand, I actually studied the minigames the previous night to give myself a clearer path to victory. The results? 8. 8 ridiculously impossible minigames. That is the number of minigames I knew were going to be the hardest. So the plan for day 2, beating every other minigame by the end of the stream. And now that I knew them better, I started off with incredibly easy 3-throw. I mean, the moment you realize you can beat a minigame by pretty much mashing A, you know you are in the clear. That allows you to hit pretty much all the top hoops, and even though the middle and the bottom ones are worth more, the CPU still can get close to you. I don't know if I'm winning this one, I'll be honest. Did I win? Oh, I destroyed them! Great way to start day 2. At least now I knew what I was going for, and that gave me hope on this challenge. 1 down, a mountain of pain to go. I'll talk about both of these at the same time, since blindfolded, they are essentially luck-based minigames. Swamp the Difference and Big Top Quiz are those types of minigames where you need to pay attention to the screen before making a decision. If more than one guesses the same one, the first one to pick that option would win the most amount of points. And since I didn't know what the right answer was, I might as well be the fastest one just in case it is correct. Luckily for me, I was able to beat Big Top Quiz on my first attempt. I gotta be the first one because you get more points if you get it right and you're the first one. I don't think that was me. Come on, get it. I think I got it in Peach too? Maybe it was Mario? I don't know. I have no idea. Okay. Did I get all 3 right? There's no way. Is that the end? Yeah, it is. Okay. Did I win? I got 10? Holy crap! I think I only missed 1. Holy! As for Swamp the Difference, well... Okay, how many points? 5? Oh, 5 to 10. 5 to 10 to 5. So I got 1 right. Okay. Is that it? I don't think I won. 5? Oh, Peach only got 8? Oh, I could have won. I think I said, oh no. Did I win? 0 points! Okay. How did I do? Oh, come on! By 1? No, I said, oh no. Okay, how did I do? I don't even know how I did. 0 again. Oh my god. It didn't take me this long in practice, man. I keep getting 0. What is going on, man? Why am I being so unlucky today?
Finish.
Oh my god, I destroyed them. Let's go. After over 20 minutes, I finally won. Not the luckiest day for sure, but I was just glad to finally be done with this minigame. For this next one, I'll just let the clip do all the talking. You'll understand why. I'm gonna do this one. Guys, this one is so tough. I don't think you guys are ready for this one. I'm gonna show you my controller the entire time I play. I'm gonna try my best. Look at this. You'll see. You'll see what I'll do. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, if I do this, you can see it. Check this out, guys. It's gonna be so hard.
Start.
It's so hard, guys. It's so hard to win this minigame. It's so hard. I'm just pressing down and jumping constantly. It's so hard. It's ridiculously hard. Oh my god. Oh, I just died. We both died! Oh, I died first. This thing is vibrating way too much, bro. Someone died. Another one died. I think did I do it? Yes! Let's go! I told you this was really easy. This is how you get humbled by a Mario Party minigame. I did practice quite a bit most of the minigames the previous night, but that doesn't mean the results were going to be the exact same as back then. Regardless, another one done. For those of you who have played this game, you might be shocked at the next minigame I'm about to play. Isn't this one of the 8 impossible minigames? Yeah, I thought so too. The first time I touched this minigame, I was super confident this was going to be one of the toughest ones to beat. You need to tilt the Joy-Con and start the cheap cheeps and bloopers into their boxes. But having no cues whatsoever, how was I supposed to win this? See how easy that was? With the right strategy, I was able to pulverize the CPU and take the W on what it looked like an impossible to win minigame. Let's keep the momentum going, shall we? Aside from cookie cutters, Sunset Standoff was the last of the 1v3 minigames, and it was thankfully not as brutal as that one. Playing as a team does make it much easier, but I was determined to beat it as the single player. Why make my life harder? That's just a normal dragon thing to do. You should be used to it by now. Or maybe I just wanted to get my revenge by blasting every other CPU. Well, regardless of the reason. What I did was like go all the way to the left, and then at the end, I would do this. I got someone. I think there's only Peach left from what I heard. Oh, she survived.
Round 4.
Oh, I thought that we were done with rounds.
Finish.
Oh, it was Mario! First try. Let's go! I got the win, no problem. It felt much better after blowing everyone away. Well, at least until the next minigame. Gatekeepers. Nothing new here. 5 keys, 3 doors, 1 correct keeper door, and the final luck-based minigame of the challenge. In a way, it was kinda sad since they don't require any sort of skill or cues to win. Was it easy though? Well, that's another thing entirely. Mario? Mario already won. Wow! It's not me. It's Mario. Are you serious, man? What the? Why are these guys getting it right on the first try, man? Mario hasn't gotten a single one wrong, man. Are you serious? Peach, don't win. Okay, it's my turn again. What? Bruh. Yes! Let's go! Oh my god! I can just take this off now. We won! Even though I lost quite a few times, it didn't take long to finally be lucky and be the first one to open the door to freedom. Or maybe to hell. Nah, no fake outs this time. Trampoline is as easy as it comes. I guess I should have chosen this one way back then, but I guess it's fine since things were about to get hard. But for now, as long as you hold left or right and are lucky with the spike placement... Did I win? Let's go! Yeah, I don't have anything else to say here, other than I hope you're ready to the decline in my past self's mental health. This next minigame was one of the biggest hurdles, and the worst part, it didn't have to be. In Rings to Riches, a coin minigame, you just have to skate around the arena to collect as many coins as possible, with red ones being worth 3. Flashback to snag the flags maybe? Not at all. The coins are constantly spawning and the arena is tiny in comparison. You wanna know how long it took me to do this in practice? 30 seconds. I did it on my first try. On stream, well, you should probably see for yourself. I hope I win. Did I win? 14? Oh, wow! 3rd place! Okay. I'll do it this time. I'll do it. It was that ridiculous. Okay. How do we do? I got 12. That's horrible. Mario got 26? Paint a picture. 10? Oh my god. I don't know. How many? 13? We lost. Damn it. Nah. I'm gonna stop the timer. I'm gonna take a little break on this one. Holy crap. I'm gonna do mashing. Okay, let's go back. 15. I won! Oh my god, finally! Jesus! That took way too long. Way too long. Over 20 minutes to win a stupid minigame that I beat first try off stream. This is when I realized how little the wins off stream meant if I couldn't replicate them on stream. Regardless, there were only 12 minigames left. 4 more until the dreaded final 8. Practicing the previous night was super useful to learn strategies for some of the remaining minigames. And Treetop Treasures is a huge example. It is also a coin minigame, but this time you need to jump in between 2 platforms while collecting them. In practice, it took me quite a while to understand how to win this, since jumping in place didn't get me enough coins to win. Then, I just started jumping around left and right until I found a sweet spot that allowed me to win most of the times. I don't know where I am on the map. That was probably terrible. It wasn't that terrible. Oh my god, Peach got 26. This is going to be another minigame that I did it super easy, and now it's going to take me 20 hours to complete. Oh my god. What? Apparently, that first one was just a fluke, because I completely dominated the second one. My confidence was back on track, but for how long though? Okay, how many bad puns will I have to endure until I'm done with this challenge? Scarocel? Really, Nintendo? Come on! This was a pretty intense minigame, where you need to avoid all the obstacles on the merry-go-round and be the last one standing. In practice, this game was brutal at first. I couldn't get too far behind, otherwise I would get zapped and lose. So I decided to jump around while moving forward, and I did avoid most obstacles, but would inevitably get zapped by the front barrier. Not good. I needed to have clean and consistent movement, but not too much or too little, or I would get zapped by either barriers. The strategy finally started to appear before me. Hold left and down and keep jumping at a good pace, and most of the time I would, well, one more. Oh, come on! I almost had it, man! Some obstacles like chain jumps and towers required me to hold up and left in order to be avoided. I knew the only way was to make those movements at least once in a while, in case I was stuck in any of those obstacles. And all I can say is, the practice really paid off. Come on, Luigi, die. Woo! That was the trick. Jump, walk more, and jump less. That was it. Also, it is worth mentioning that the only cue we have in this minigame is that the closer you are to the electric barrier, the stronger the controller vibrates. So I could easily pinpoint when I was going too fast and just try to go slower. Not even 5 minutes, and another one was complete. But more importantly, 10 minigames left. I wish I could say Hot Hot Top was another minigame full of strategy and cues, and I needed to walk a certain way and count my steps, but no, not even close. Even though this minigame is pretty similar to the previous one in concept, not only does it have way less obstacles, but the CPU for some reason is just bad. Like really bad. No matter how many times I tried in practice, at least one of the CPU would always run into the fire bar and immediately die. The others did survive a bit longer, but it was just a matter of jumping around a bit and avoiding moving too much until the victory was finally mine. But what if I just smashed the jump button? Did I really win? Did I really win by just smashing A? Oh my god. It's always hilarious to win a minigame by either mashing a specific button or just doing nothing at all, so you bet I was excited. Excited to play the last doable minigame. But that doesn't mean it was going to be easy. Not being able to see anything in this minigame and having no sound or controller cues either were about to be a huge handicap. In Cold Front, the Typhoons will randomly blow some wind in attempts to try and throw you off the platform. As always, you need to be the last one standing to be the winner. But things were not going to be that easy. I'll let my past self explain this one to cut me a little bit of work. This is my strategy. At the beginning, only the right one blows. Now, I don't know which one does, so my strategy is to go here first, let him blow, go here next, let him blow, and 90, yeah. Almost always everyone dies there, so that's my strat. It's hard to get the placement correctly, but by the way, if the guy on the lowered thing blows, we'll lose right away. Like that, exactly. Or, really hard, Sometimes like a very easy strategy. Did everyone just die almost? Let's go! That was like under 5 tries. Are you serious? Congrats, Best Dragon. You did good. The only reason I'm not as excited as you are is because I know what's next. And you don't. What is that? The final 8 minigames. The 8 minigames I thought were impossible. Each one for a different reason. Some of them I was able to practice for a bit, others not at all. And if you think because I'm still in day 2 that this challenge is done, I suggest you rethink that. And it all starts here. Lumber Tumble. The first boss was upon us. At a first glance, I don't need to explain much for you to understand how ridiculous this minigame looks to beat blindfolded. No sound cues, no controller cues, random paths, easy ways to fall, actually decent CPUs. It has it all. I probably spent 70% of the previous night trying to craft a strategy to even slightly tilt this game in my favor. And I did learn a lot. First of all, there are only a total of 6 paths. 2 of them starts with a hole in the bottom, 2 of them start with a hole on top, and 2 that eventually have a hole in the middle, and then they continue to have their own path. Does that make this minigame easy? Hardly at all. If anything, it just made me realize how impossible this would actually be. So let's talk strategies. First, I started at the bottom, and just let the stage carry me and try to be lucky enough to get a path on the bottom. Problem was, even when a hole didn't appear at the bottom, I would quickly lose. Same with the top one. And that leaves us with the middle path. As soon as I started focusing on this path, I already felt something different. I would survive for a lot longer, and I would even occasionally get second place. That was huge progress, since at the beginning, I thought this minigame was going to be just outright impossible. I came up with a pretty decent strategy, if you can even call it that. At the start, I would press up on the D-pad 7 times, align myself perfectly with the middle path, and just waited until I was lucky enough with the 1 in 3 chance for the path I needed to be chosen. Once it happened, I didn't move an inch, and waited for the RNG gods to give me the divine luck, allowing me to win this minigame. Yes, the only thing I strategized was moving up 7 times and waiting. Great strategy. Oh, I screwed this up. I don't know if I'm in the middle. I don't know how many times I went down. Whoops. Dun, 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 dun. So, that's why I'm doing this on stream mainly. It's just because... Oh, Peach is gone. I can't believe I'm still alive. It's for the... Please let me win. Oh, man. I don't want to win with the draw. Ugh. At that moment, I just couldn't accept this as a win. I even played for another 10 minutes before stopping and discussing with Chad if we should count that. But the thing is, Luigi and I got a star on screen, meaning that we both won. Not only that, if we were playing a board, this would count as a win for both of us in our stats. Do I like to win like this? No. Do I want to move on? Yes. I decided with Chad that if we had some time left by the end of the challenge, I would come back to this and try to get first place by myself. Oh, how foolish I was. Regardless of this, we finally beat the first boss. It didn't even take me that long. 7 more to go. However, they would only get harder. The rest of the stream was me trying Cookie Cutter for over 40 minutes without progress whatsoever. And just like that, day 2 came to an end. My goal was to get to the final 8. But I managed to not only do that, but also win one of the dreaded 8. Mission accomplished. I had 3 more days to finish the final 7 minigames. But knowing that they were as hard as Cookie Cutter made me believe it was probably never going to happen. I'll be honest, I wasn't too excited about day 3. I did practice and learned a lot the previous night, but I wasn't ready for the events that took place the next 3 hours of stream. And I bet you guys aren't already either. I guess it's as good time as ever to explain a little bit more about Snag the Flags, since that's how I started off the stream. There are 60 flags scattered around in a huge planet-like area, and once all of them have been collected, the game ends, and the player who collects the most flags wins. I thought this was going to be easy, or at least kind of doable, but I couldn't be more wrong. From what I could tell from all the hours of resetting, the flags follow a certain new pattern every time a new game is played. That is chosen from probably 20 or 30 different sets, if not more. My first plan was to just walk around randomly, but I never got more than 10 flags, while the winning CPU got over 20 every time. Other strategies were stuff like walking in a spiral-like movement to cover the most ground as possible, walking in a zigzag, count steps, counting seconds. Heck, I even asked ChatGPT for the best way to potentially win this, and he came back with some neat graphics, but nothing would work. The CPU just collected them way too fast. After 30 minutes, I decided to move on to Cookie Cutters once more. I will explain this one in a bit, but since I couldn't make progress on it for a full hour of stream, I decided to finally give a go at 2-Axie Taxi. This was insane. It's the last 2v2 minigame, but even the best CPU can't do anything by itself on this one. You have to go around a full obstacle course while avoiding all of them and crossing the finish line first. The main problem is how you control the vehicle. One of the players controls the horizontal movement while the other controls the vertical one. And the only correct answer here was for sure to control the horizontal one. And that's because even though the scattered barriers and enemies are always random, the stage layout is always the same, making the horizontal movement just easier in general. In practice, I never got any good at this. In fact, this was one of those impossible to beat minigames in my mind, until I had a breakthrough midstream. In one of my failed attempts, I reset and studied the map a bit, until I realized I had been playing the exact same map all this time. Yeah, if you reset the minigame without actually leaving, the obstacles don't change. That was an insane insight, because now I could actually study the map and movement and didn't have to play completely random until I actually beat it. Woo! Let's go! Woohoo! Holy crap! Let's go! One of the games that I thought it was impossible. Holy gee. Oh, sorry if I just destroyed your eardrums, guys. Sorry about that. I just had to, man. What an insane match. Having a lead, losing it, and then winning it back, and finally beating this crazy minigame. When a minigame has pretty much no cues except when you hit an obstacle or an enemy, it makes it nearly impossible to win. But that one small breakthrough was enough for me to adapt, learn, and beat the second boss of this final gauntlet. 2 down, only 6 more to go. And with only 1 hour left on stream, I decided to go with Treasure Divers. At that point, it was probably the one with the highest chance of me actually beating it, and I did have a pretty good strategy. There are a total of 8 treasure chests underwater, and the goal is to get them while avoiding all the enemies and bringing them back to the surface. The bigger they are, the more coins they'll give you. As long as you're placed above a big chest, which you can just reset until you do, you have half of the battle won. But I will leave it to my past self to explain this one. If you get these 2 or 2 of the big treasures, you win. You literally win. The problem is, that if I do this, for example, I'm gonna get this chest, right? Imagine I get, the shark hits me, or this guy hits me, you know? I hear that he hits me, but then I need to go down quick, and Daisy speaks so lowly, her voice is so low, I'll never know if I actually got the chest or not. That's why this one can be so tough. Yeah, and really tough it was. I had to pay very close attention to the sound of when Daisy got the chest, so I would then mash up as fast as possible. And grabbing that second big chest was already a challenge by itself, but the only way was through. Oh my god, I got 2. That doesn't mean I won. I got another one! Oh my god. I think I won! I think that guarantees I win! Oh, he doesn't, because there were probably small ones. Did I win? Let's go! Suck it! Woo! Let's go! Oh my god! When you thought this challenge would be impossible, in like 10 minutes, I do 2 of the hardest ones back to back. Not even 10 minutes in, and the game was already over. I know it's kind of anticlimactic since it's supposed to be one of the final bosses, but I practiced over 50 times and never got even close to winning. I guess they call it the streamer luck for a reason. 5 more to go. At this point, I finally started to believe this was actually possible, especially after beating 2 nearly impossible minigames back to back, but I was not ready for what was coming next. Cookie cutters is all a guy can ask for a supposedly final boss. Since we've encountered it so many times throughout this challenge, but never really made any progress whatsoever. Even though it's our final 1v3 minigame, and even though it is very unbalanced in favor of the solo player, I can pretty much guarantee no one will ever beat it as a single player blindfolded. Why? Because the opposing team always scores either 30 or 31 points in this game. So in order for you to win, you need to get at least 32. The problem is that as a single player, each shape represents a different button, and since there are 3 different shapes and the cookies are completely random, you have 33% chance to get it right. And you need to do that 32 times. That's only about 1 in 1.8 quadrillion? Yeah, not happening. As for the team, we don't have such low odds, but that doesn't mean they are high either. Each team member has its own shape, so when it's time to cut their cookie, they are the only ones that need to press A. Pretty simple, right? Well, at the beginning it didn't look that bad, since there are actually some audio cues. Once your teammates cut a cookie, they will make a sound, and all you have to do is wait until they go completely silent for a couple of seconds for you to know it's your turn. But there's a very big problem with that strategy. The CPUs always go at the same speed, both in my team and the opposing team, and that's exactly what made this so hard to beat. By waiting in between every cookie, that was time lost to the opponent, especially if I happened to get multiple cookies in a row and just stood there in between each of them, waiting to see if the CPU would cut them or not. By the time the game was over, we weren't even close. And no, unfortunately the cookies are random every time, so resetting will not help us out this time. Next strategy was just to hit A every 2 cookies and try to be lucky with the RNG. But after a lot of tries, still no win. So my final strategy was this: just randomly guess. There were times I would press A after 1 cookie, others after 2 cookies. I really just went with whatever I felt like at the time. And the thing is that if you are successful and it's your turn, you do get ahead, because I would hit A right after my teammate cut their own cookie. And I'm telling you, no one was ready for what was coming.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh my god, please tell me that was 30. Please. That was awesome. What? I won! I didn't even die! I've never done this good! What the hell? I've only been able to win by a tie off stream. Oh my god. I got so lucky at the beginning. Holy crap. I couldn't believe it. I did something I was never able to accomplish on the hours and hundreds of tries I stuck practicing this. I was absolutely shocked. Another seemingly impossible minigame that ended up being just a game of numbers and a lot of luck. Another boss was finally down. Only 4 more to go. With just 30 minutes left on stream, I figured I'd squeeze in some last minute practice on Platform Peril, but nothing really clicked. So I wrapped things up with a massive grin on my face. After everything we had pulled off, I was still riding high from beating cookie cutters. Something I truly believed was impossible. And now, with 2 full days ahead of me, only 4 minigames remained. The 4 hardest ones in Mario Party Jamboree. Time to hit the lab, because the final bosses were waiting. Day 4 was finally here, and only 4 minigames left. I only practiced Platform Peril the previous night, but it didn't really amount to anything other than a little strategy, and that's exactly how I started the day off. I started by pressing 5 times on the D-pad and then do a diagonal jump by holding up and right. And then it came to the hard part. Not only did I need to jump over every single gap, I also needed to collect coins and be lucky enough to have no obstacles in my way to actually win this minigame. I didn't need to get to the end, I just needed to be the one with the most coins by then. And honestly, things were not going exactly as planned. I guess I have no way of knowing, but I would think it's the first hole. Okay, I'm gonna wait. 1 hour of attempts later, I decided it was time to switch, since I was doing 0 progress and I didn't have a good strategy other than hope and pray the CPU somehow screwed up. But this next minigame was for me the closest thing to impossible. Camera ready. There's a reason I had never even opened up this game this entire time. Not even in practice. I knew in my head this one was 99% impossible. Why? This minigame is divided into 3 rounds, and at the start of each one, you are shown an image of a specific photo you need to take. The closer you are to the given photo, the more points you get. The player with the most points by the end of the game wins. You know, simple stuff. What's not simple is doing this blindfolded. The area is massive, and there's just too much going on, making it pretty much impossible to even guess what the photo is, let alone how to get there. Since I had never even touched this game, I opened it up and started studying it a bit, and I quickly discovered something interesting. The first photo is almost always someone on a bench, and even though there are 4 different benches in total, I realized after a lot of resets that the photo was always the same bench. That was huge. I just needed to find a way to make it to the bench, and I did find a pretty way to do it by counting, but the problem is that even when I got a decent shot, I didn't score enough points to secure the win with 1 photo alone. Back to square one. Knowing what the second photo was, on top of getting to it and taking a decent photo, pretty much impossible. And this is when I started to realize how I would never be able to beat this minigame. Until something very interesting happened. 85?!
Round 2.
I can win with a really good first thing. Oh my god, that changes everything. Oh my god, that changes everything. That insight was absolutely insane. Now I just needed to practice taking the first photo as perfect as possible while being lucky to get a bench one. And this is how I beat the seemingly impossible minigame.
Start. Round 1.
I think with the music is easier, because I don't count numbers at the same speed every time. Okay, that's good.
Round 2.
I don't know, man. Just whatever. Just whatever. This is it, guys. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my bones. Let's go. Come on. Oh no! Sorry, Daisy.
Final round.
Sorry, Daisy. Sorry. Come on. If I win, I have a really good celebration to do. Please.
Finish.
Let's go! Sorry. Sorry, I'm from Portugal. I had to celebrate like that. Let's freaking go! Oh my god, I can't believe this minigame looked impossible. And then it was not impossible anymore. Oh my god. At that moment, I felt like there was nothing I could do anymore. Beating this impossible minigame was absolutely insane. I was absolutely over the moon after this one. Also, if you're wondering why the first couple of photos didn't get a crazy amount of points when I started off, it's because I wasn't zooming in. Yeah, I didn't even know you could do that. And now, there were only a measly 3 minigames left between me and Total Glory. They were also the hardest... wait, who cares? This was also the hardest one, and I actually beat it. So it's time to go and beat those as well, shall we? Well, as much as I would have loved to tell you we ended day 4 with another win, I would be lying. After that emotional high, we were quickly brought down. I spent over an hour on all 3 minigames, but the result was always the same. And just like that, the stream was over. And we had one final day. One final day to prove that I can indeed beat all Mario Party Jamboree minigames blindfolded. The final day was upon us. 4 hours of stream to determine whether or not I was part of an elite. A Mario Party elite. I practiced like crazy the previous night. Enough to drive anyone crazy. But not me. I like to push myself to the extreme. And that's exactly what I did. And you know what? I still could beat any of the minigames. But that didn't stop me from going live and attempting the impossible. That's kind of what this challenge is all about. Defying the odds and emerging victorious. The plan was simple. Give each game 80 minutes total of attempts and then move on to the next one regardless of the results. Or at least that was the plan. But you see, the previous night was an eye-opening for me. and for a little game called Snag the Flags. For all this time, I was trying strategy after strategy. I was even asking ChatGPT for some help, and it still wasn't enough. But the previous night, I finally saw a glimmer of hope when I got my PB and was able to get 15 flags just by walking randomly until I hit a flag. And then, I would walk in close perimeter to get more of them. And that small insight changed the entire scope of the challenge. I was determined to finish this specific minigame, even if it was the only one I did for the final day, because it had been haunting me every practice session since I ever started day 1. And you know what? I knew I had it in me. Not only luck, but also the skill. Now the question you probably have is, was 4 hours enough? Well, I'll let the footage speak for itself.
Finish.
15! Oh my god! I got second! I'll take a tie on this game for the win. I was 1 away. 1 away. That was so good. Oh my god. I'm sorry, Amit. Sorry, bro. Get it, please. It wasn't even the last one. Did I just win? Maybe Luis is like at like 20 for like 5 minutes. So I've been dead for... Oh, I got 18! Did Luigi get 18? 19? Did Mario get 19? I couldn't see. I'm in the way. I lost my... You gotta be careful. In the last 4 games, I got second by 1 point. Oh my god. We're so close. Please tell me I win this. Get another one. Daisy, I almost had Peach. Please get another one. This is it, man. Maybe someone already has like 20 and I'm like, oh, let's get 16. You know? 18. Oh my god! 18! That was the best yet! That was my best run yet! I could have won! Oh my god! I could have won that one! Dang it! That's it. I'm done. I'm done with this challenge. I'm done. Every near win lit a fire in me. But the game had other plans. Even after getting a whole 19 flags, I still lost. To Mario. You know, it's his game after all. And after all these close calls, the stream finally came to an end. It was sad. 4 hours and I still couldn't beat this minigame. I knew it was just a matter of time and luck, but mine had already run out. Looking back to this challenge now, I had an absolute blast. Even with so many difficulties and so many hours put into it, I almost did it. I almost beat all 50... No, this can't be. Did I miss all these minigames? What was this entire video for then? What? Well, maybe for a second part. Whenever I regain my sanity. Actually, there's one more thing we need to do. No! Sorry, I'm destroying my head. I can't keep this up. Oh my god. No, that was terrible. That was that. End the video! End the video!